How do you do from Renew? I am loving my location this evening. I mean, it doesn't really get much better than this. Rainbow, flashiness, and neon, and art. It's like, okay, I'm sold. I'm sold on this. This is amazing. So we had a pretty interesting day today. Took a walk and saw some characters. There's one thing that Reno has a whole lot of besides gambling, it's characters. There are plentiful here. Many a character. So I was pretty inspired, and behind me is this amazing sign that pretty much sums up like the vibe, the essence. Dining, dancing, gambling. 3 shows nightly. Yeah, dining, dancing, gambling, dining, dancing, gambling, dining, dancing, gambling. Woo, 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 woo. It's pretty cool. And I feel cool. I feel like I'm in a movie, and it's happening, and it's all happening right now, and I'm in it. So, without further ado, I'm going to bring you my poetry, and then we're going to take a little tour of this amazing collection of neon, which just everything about this week has made me feel like, why did we change everything to be so ugly? Why can't we just keep the neon? Oh, there's a really good scary person coming. Alright, well, fuck. So we're gonna stall. We're gonna just fucking stall because this is the way it goes. We'll keep the rainbow going. What was I saying about rainbows? Fuck. Something? About rainbows? Shit. Oh, why did we change things to be so ugly? That was my point. Ugliness is kind of taken over. Like, what's up with the new cars? They suck. What's up with the new signs? They suck. Why can't we just have Cadillacs with fins and neon? Like, come on! Let's take it back, y'all. That's all I have to say about that. So, I was inspired by some very odd behavior in humans today, and I made my poem about it. So, we'll give you a little tour at the end here. Today's poem is called 2 White-Haired Women. Occasionally, a human drama unfolds right in front of me that's way more crazy than anything I can find on TV. Unfortunately, human struggle is not a rare sight in most cities, and I saw a woman today having a particularly shitty go of it. The intensity of her unraveling really hit as soon as I saw her. It was immediately evident that drugs and terrible hardship had long gnawed her. I'm sure someone out there must wonder where she is. Questions raced in my mind thinking, she's someone's kid. Most of her face hid behind a glaring white wig. It was part Marilyn Monroe, part ash from a lit cig. I thought about how deeply some people dig their way into their inner darkness. She roamed through the park looking fierce, yet helpless. Her limbs spasmed like she simply couldn't help it. It was either a drug come down or an evolving fit. She held a heated conversation between what I can only assume was the split sides of herself. Her body seemed to jolt and pulse past homes of substantial wealth. Her body seemed to jolt and pulse past homes of substantial wealth. The mental health emergency in this country is so plain to see, but most of the time people just walk past it thinking silently, glad it's not me. And what seeps into our reality is not even a fraction of what we don't see. And the "just ask for help" slogan fed to the public leaves out the high cost of such help and its frustrating inaccessibility. Her pain was the kind that remains behind her indelibly. She continued shouting unintelligibly. She carried a heavy burden and a heavier purse, holding the only items she likely possessed, along her pressed between many hard rocks, very uncertain path. She laughed, but not happily. The kind of laugh that comes from a grip unraveling rapidly. She seemed to battle herself fractiously. Her fingers fidgeted anxiously, and I watched her slowly vanish behind the trees. It was nearly 100 degrees, and she wore a large black fur coat, though it was likely fall. deal that was raw. The imbalance in this society is an unmistakable flaw. The very next human I saw was another white-haired woman, but her hair was real. I could hear her rumbling party of one before she was visually revealed. I could feel the bass from her car speakers under my feet. She was bumping ice, ice, baby in the overpowering heat. Her white hair looked to be about 3 feet long and very healthy, thick and strong. It was dancing independent from her head to what I can only imagine was one of her favorite songs. She sang along with such passion. Her fashion choices were much like that of a high school student. Her energetic head banging provided me with some stellar amusement. Even the heavily pollutant, smoky air bothered me a fair bit less, as her high-energy car dance party interrupted the environmental and mental stress. I rested for a moment just to watch her celebrating full bore. I love to witness someone listening to a song we've all heard a million times or more, as though they have never experienced it before and are just now discovering its catchiness. She closed her eyes to take in the beat like it was the very best jam of all time. The characters you find in Reno emerge from some other type of unique energy flow. I absorbed these two white-haired women that I'll never truly know. I finished the stroll, letting my pace slow, imagining where their stories might go. So you know, that's my little bit of Reno absorption today. And those people were very kind. They walked around for me. Most people would be like, "Oh, you're doing a pump?" But that was really kind. They walked around. So this one is amazing, and we're just going to take you on an itty-bitty little tour of what else it has in store. I mean, quick peep 'em the giant. I mean, that's pretty cool. And we realized looking up close that it's made from like car hoods, which is just like, come on, that's so good. So here we have the Glow Plaza and the Airstream, which I dream of having one. It's called the Tipsy Tin. That's really cute. So I feel like alive. I feel different, you know? In my town, it's like you talk a little too loud and people are like, oh my! And here it's like, what? We're all crazy. What? It's like, I am definitely not the most extra person in Reno. The El Rey, the Maze Maze. I just love it. I wish we had time traveling already. Why don't we? We can send billionaires to Mars, but we can't just like cruise a classic car in the 50s on Route 66 yet. So these two are an amazing, beautiful couple. You gotta kind of go over the wall to show how like their legs are incomplete and then they complete somehow. And same with parts of their bodies, which I just noticed actually, their arms. So it's kind of like they complete each other. Their hands are very beautiful. They're lovers. They're silver spangled lovers. I just love how the neon moves and it's alive. It's alive. Look at a fucking stagnant sign now on a Walmart and it's like, okay, who took a dump on that sign? Doesn't bring nothing to mind. No creativity. Just shitty. Just bleh. Just concrete. This is like, I want to go there. It probably doesn't even exist anymore and it's like, I want to go there. But yeah, I really did feel for this woman today. Not the other woman, the older woman. I was like, I want to be that woman. She was just like, vanilla ice, baby. Like, it was like first time ever hearing that song. Never had experienced such a jam in all of her days. Really getting it. I love the the bowling ball moves. It just has such action to it. This one, I love the crown. It's like the king of neon. It just has such a feel. Gone eons ago is the feel of neon, past many eons. Just trying to still be a poet, you know me. guys. This, even just simple. It's like with the classic cars. I would never buy a white car or like a cream car, but even, or a black car. I mean, I like the raspberry pink and the neon green. But even the plain colors, just, ugh. So it's like that. It's like, it's very simple. It's gorgeous. It's just gorgeous. And then kind of end the tour over here with this very interactive one. It's, you know, my boo reminded me that it's probably drugs, like, I know, it's probably drugs, like the drugstore. But I was like, drugs, open all night. Drug fountain. No, that's probably not what it is. Yeah, let's just end it like running along the rainbow in a whimsical way. Running along the rainbow.